Welcome to the show. Welcome to Recca versus IMBA.SAS. Here live at StarSeries, and I gotta be straight up honest with you. I have a kind of a problem. I'll explain to you like this. So, the names right here on the Chinese sites are two of them written in Mandarin, and as you might know, I don't speak Mandarin. So, I found out that the guy with the guy with the star in his name, you see right here. Wait, hold on. You see right here. His name is Potato. I'm not kidding. And the other guy's name is SPTDD. All right, SPTDD and Potato. This is gonna be a very tough one. I already know that. But talking about IMBA.SAS for a second, this team has recently beaten the Brazilians of Team 1. The thing is, and I heard that from a few inside sources, this team won. The Brazilian team 1 was now being investigated due to match fixing and betting against themselves. First of all, now, Asterix finding himself one. XYG gets the frag though. That is enough. B-bomb side open up and bring in IMBA.SAS. Quite decent advantage in the beginning of this one, as now frags have to land perfectly on the site of Recca. That will be a tough retake. Iro does very well with that, and only Potato is the last man alive. Falls in the end. The defuse coming in, and so the first one is on the site of Recca.
Counter-terrorists win.
And as we now have it, IMBA.SAS benefiting from the bomb plant they had the previous round. Still, logically, I don't really doubt that this is going in favor of Recca in that kind of situation, but we have seen weird rounds yesterday already when Asian CS always is ready for a surprise, and as it might surprise us right now, Frost Misty gets his head ripped off once more. That nade lands deep. It's finally the frag on the very successful Deagle player. The B side is open though, and Asterix gonna try to hold him off. There's the first information given. He has 30 HP right here, so SPTDD should be easy to find. He's taken him out, and so it's getting once more very tricky and very surprising as well. The first shot is finally there. And with an MP9, that works, but IMBA able to secure themselves that bomb plant gives them once more an economic advantage in the upcoming round. And I just realized we have 21-9 online the entire time. I don't seem to do it right this time.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists
So now Recca are right now already find themselves at 2-0. It's in my eyes actually a clear case right here. It has to be Recca winning this, because the team itself has a good bunch more experience as a unit, and most of the IMBA.SAS guys are not that known, to be very fair. So I just see them as the victor here, but on the other hand, now first frag coming in from Danking. Frost Misty's directly reacting to 456. Those names, sometimes they're confusing. Either way. Danking, who's done already a good job with the Deagle, has sold himself off. Frost Misty falling in from underpass. A bit of control towards the B side could now be taken. While Striker now sends Asterix over to rotate and defend as lone pillar of attack that B side. Danking thought process is very understandable. Taking a look on his behind to not be found by any rotating and lurking players, but that's not going to be the case. Recca. Only 3 guys shift their focus. It's 30 seconds left. Asterisk could change the outcome massively. There's 2 smokes in the IMBA.SAS inventory. He sees one. He finds though that bomb. And now retaking that one will be a little bit tougher because there has now XYG to move back on the site. Oh, and he does not find that frag, which would have been so relevant. The model blocking him off. The bomb gets down either way. Ayor can't hold it up, so it's got to be the first one for IMBA.SAS. Making the Chinese site finally go right, and we have our first pause. Yeah, lag. We hear that very often. And somehow, very often, things go wrong with Chinese Counter-Strike, probably due to the VPN situation they're in. I mean, the thing is about Recca, this is basically not just a casual game between like countries directly besides each other. It's a little bit more. And you know what? We're going into geography lessons, why we have the technical break. There we go. So this is China, right? We know this is China, and the thing is, the other guys, they're from Indonesia. Let me find Indonesia real quick. Indonesia, Taiwan, Cambodia, Vietnam, Indonesia. Okay, this is China. This is Indonesia. This is in between. All right. This is in between, so it probably is going to be a Hong Kong server. That's the only thing I can imagine. And I mean, ping issues right there are very, very understandable. I mean, how many kilometers are it? China to Indonesia? Yeah, that couldn't be found any route. Like, there's a flight, right? No, is Kendari their capital? I say so. Kendari to Peking. 14-hour flights. It doesn't show me how many kilometers though. Oh, can I walk? No, I can't walk. Okay. Sad story. I would have liked to walk there. Either way, we still have our technical break going on. 157 seconds we're in. It's probably going to take a little longer. And is this a major? No, dear Extra King, this is not a major. Unfortunately not, because then I would cast a major. 63 views for a major final dead game. A classic. I gotta say, it's a classic meme. It's a good meme, if you ask me. But no, I have to disappoint you. This is not a major final. This is just a regular cast of Asian CS. And I was just listening to my own explanation on China and Indonesia and the difference between them. And I realized that, yeah, I've probably explained that quite well. I should become something like a geography teacher eventually, or a teacher in general. I can teach great things to this world. Like why rear-wheel drive is a great solution. Why milk belongs into your cereal bowl first. Or, yeah. Can you show us Hong Kong in satellite mode? Sure, why not? It's all delayed, so just that you know, I don't wanna scare you off and like Caster's not reacting to me. What a bad human being this Caster is. No, I just there's Hong Kong. Okay. So it's all nature out here. It's all very green. Oasis of the day, West Buffalo Castle. No pictures? Oh. Is that a 360 picture? That's actually quite nice. That's actually really nice. Okay, back to the map. No, coming back to the map. How do I get back? Damn it. How? Okay. Recca hasn't been playing good since its accurate lift. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a problem that also Recca has lost a few individuals from time to time. I mean, back in the Recca roster, we've seen players from the Asian scene that are incredibly good. You had also, besides Exaccurate, logically a guy like Bented, who played there for a good bunch of time. It is kind of unfortunate. So Hong Kong, here's Hong Kong. My oh my. Those are not good satellite pictures though. Supermarket, welcome. My god. Very interesting to see. Oh, a lot of boats. Are they all functional? I don't know. They don't seem to be all functional. Some of them seem to be wrecks. Western Harbor Crossing. Oh, Jesus. Construction sites. Australia Dairy Company. That's also something. Pictures are not good. That's what I can say. The pictures aren't good. Does it have Street View? Oh, it has. Nice. Okay, guys. We're gonna take a virtual tour. We're gonna take a virtual tour for Hong Kong with a wheelchair, a few players. Oh my god, a few people right up ahead. Is that an ice car? No, that's an ambulance car in Hong Kong. What the hell? Do not misuse ambulance service. Okay. I think we have to continue our drive through Hong Kong another time. See you next time, guys, and don't forget to take your guitar lessons. Round number 4. And those CTs have not the most blossoming economy right now, which brings them into a situation where they might start to get a bit shaky. And now he changed his name to some Mandarin letters as well. Life is hard, but first of all, it's going to be a hard life also for the guys of Recca to hold onto that A site. It's going to be taken in a second or two. Movement is already happening. So as it goes now, this is not getting too well for 546. Has to get that bomb down, and as Frost Misty found himself one, this is not the most confident thing at all from CT. Two players are arriving. The Z set of Super Sizz is not too strong. And Frost Misty might try, but I don't see any big chances coming in for your Frost Misty. Dinking, danking, but that's pretty much it. for the moment. The tie is secured. And just to be 100% clear and honest and straight up to you, be sure transparencies are key, you know. Recca has picked this map. And as Recca decided to play this, it logically is quite important to get yourself a great start directly off the bats without even delaying it further. ZZ not strong enough at that point in time as well. Nyar swung towards short towards connector, as well as those steps should now get him in a very cautious stance. One guy is nearby, though this is Asterisk finding himself one. And he somehow has an idea. I think he just stinked them. But that thinking is not enough in that situation. Asterisk has to move out. SYS as well as Frost Misty. Both left on their own. Have to be the lone warriors doing work as they fight with needles and IMBA fights with swords. So pretty much a hard task to do it. And from Kitchen there comes a 5.46. Keep that AK. Put it in the next one and be happy with it. As the AK will become a useful tool in round number 6. We're gonna see Recca having a bit of money again. There's at least one frag. He exposed himself now, moves towards CT. Uh-oh, this is not a good idea. SYS! He didn't consider that players would also come from the other side. A lovely B, but there he just got a little bit screwed over. Was too aggressive and so couldn't bring the AK in this round, which is acceptable. I mean, it's not too much of a big deal, but on the other hand, if you could have kept it, that would have been nice. Either way, 2 AWPs, which now could dominate the battlefield right here. As Recca found themselves a very successful pistol round in the following up as well. From then on, it got a little tricky. And now the execution towards the A side, it is predetermined. And the destination is set right here. That bomb has to be planted. The only obstacle in the way right now is SYS, who has actually a quite good positioning if he keeps up his patience. Not quite sure if the guy in Ninja just saw him. There's the first one falling. The return is there. SYS. He holds himself right and nearly whiffs the shot, as now it's got to be SYD doing the job. But it doesn't seem to work out. SPTDD against 2 with barely any HP left. Rousseau and his op are doing it. Free to free, the back and forth. It just started, but the CTs will realize that their opponent are actually having the opportunity to get quite well equipment out of this. Those are the reason, well, the rounds beforehand, they were not 100% flawless, but like when you survive with 4 and 3 and that 3 rounds in a row, you most of the time can come out with a quiet, decent economic situation. And as this is a quiet, decent economic situation, I don't really doubt that they might go further. And Zoe has a little bit of information. Interestingly enough, 546 could have used that to take the aggression towards the op who's sitting towards underpass. Sure, he had support from middle, but if IWAR could have changed is a different question. As now, AWP finds himself a shot through the smoke, and while it is actually IWAR finding himself one as well. Oh, this is well done. 1 HP is left onto Rousseau. And the AK at that point in time from SPTDD is quite lethal. The B site seems to become the target of the attackers, as already through short by first 6 moved. If Asterisk is gonna be expected is another question. As now I peek to white, that is exactly the solution they need. A war against multiple players coming in. The nade barely doing any damage. As a war now needs to check every single corner. To the right will be the first one, and 5466 should have too much of a problem. Ending the Indonesian player once he jumps out of that window. Rousseau on 1 HP either way. He's taken out of the game in just a bit. And he rather runs away and keeps that $4,750 rifle in his hands, but he's got to be chased by a few Chinese guys coming after him. He has 1 HP, and then the pressure's high on you. And SPTDD finding him in the end will bring us into a situation where Recca can only survive with SYS in case tanking has not the luck of finding him. And I think we all can straight up confirm we're getting to the same point that the CT economy is one of the worst things to properly achieve. It's making our life just very, very hard, most of the time at least. No ganking. Goes aggressive. Can't put himself a first. That looked actually quite point blank on, but IWAR is in this case lucky enough to survive. Asterisk somehow decided it's a good idea to change something with his gun and remove the silencer. He'd never learned from all of the videos. He never learned from all the experiences that a USPS just feels worse. Oh. Whoa. That was once more very tight. We're talking about tight though. SPTDD as well as 456 finding himself the first tracks, making it tighter for Recca in a round. It started off quite bad either way. So Frost Misty finds himself at least one. It's hard to imagine this will not go in the favor of the IMBA.SAS side as well. It's taken out. 2 more to go. A Frost Misty found by Potato. So Asterisk easily sprayed down, but the other one with the Mandarin letters. SPTDD 5-3, and Recca and their map pick are not looking so shining right now. Especially as Recca at this point in time have to go for some kind of buy. I mean, they have a quite mixed one, so they, as we see right here, could consider to do so. This is a second round losing bonus. It will just grow and get better. So the thinking process of this is understandable and also quite relatable, I would say. With IMBA.SAS having just a major advantage, an immense advantage in every direction. Tactical finesse will not save Recca in this round. Talking about though, Asterisk finds himself one, Potato out of the game. As Potato is taken out of the game. 5-4-6 striking right now with a double kill, helping Tanking to clean out the site of B, as a third one just ran in his crosshair, and Asterisk with an AK is still going quite aggressive, and I don't 100% understand his thought process behind it. Sure, the side off Recca will have enough money in the upcoming one, but don't you want to keep an AK is the question. And I mean, from my point of view, I don't really see any reason to go for the aggression. Talking about it though. SPTD falling, reload incoming, and now XYG putting the bullets in the back of Asterisk, making Recca lose another round. And a great question, dear Ass Cover G. The problem is, and I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, I'm a left-hander. And as a left-hander, there are barely any mice you can use. So, first of all, I used a Zoe FK2, but then now I switched to a Zoe ZA13. I don't know, I'm not happy with this right-hand fetishism, where I can't take part of, because I'm a left-hander. What shall I do? I can't just switch my hand and say, yo, I'm a right-hander now. I'm cool. I'm with the cool kids. It's like when you sit on the table with the cool kids, then with the nerds. Everyone sits with them, and then you're the goddamn left-hander who's just determined, who's just forced to be the weirdo. Either way, 60 seconds that are left on the clock, and as Recca have already lost their Frost Misty, a B-side execution might only be partially a good idea, because if Rousseau is 100% accurate with his AWP, the entire execution of IMBA.SAS might fail, but they still have 40 seconds. Rotation of 5-4-6 going towards the A side, where only one defender is still alive, and that is SYS. So, and as we talked about him, finding himself one. Asterisk, though, taking a lot of damage, but it's going to be either way. The execution towards the A site. Not checking on the wood is a bad idea. And SIS, he showed us why. And one of the corpses, he's looking a bit like a bait. Danking, though, he's not baiting at all. One more to come. That is towards Palace. Danking doesn't seem to have the kind of idea. But then it works in the end for SPTDD. Saving his AWP. Iwar taken out in the end. Recca once more. An economically uncomfortable situation. If we take a look at the scoreboards. Yeah, it is right now SPTDD taking quite much work in his hands. To show Recca that IMBA.SAS should not be underestimated. That is a running Frost Misty. Somehow, moving ZZ is successful enough to take one out of the game. It doesn't surprise us anymore, I would say. I mean, this game... Where did he put the AK? Did they drop it up here? He did. Smartly done. And it's now Asterix. Was aggressive of all. He finds himself a frag with the ZZ somehow. That's making it now a little bit uncomfortable for IMBA.SAS because they wanted to just have a chill round to find yourself a victory. Well, not like a victory, but at least a victory of this first half. And as Asterix picked up an AK, it's making it all just more uncomfortable. Slowly and steady, they move over short. That might just backfire. It could. Yeah, no, it does not. Dan King is on the scene. And with being on the scene, he's at the right time and at the right spot, finding the team of frag they need to. Because otherwise, it could have gotten very uncomfortable. Dan King with a second. And possibly with a third. As he then whiffs the shot against Super SYS. has to go aggressive. He can't pick up that AWP. Lashes his teammate as well. Ah, that was well done. And he saves even at AWP. If he would have liked to, but rather goes for the aggression. Okay, also kind of understandable because, I mean, the lads have money as much as they would like to. And so we have a little pause. That is due to technical reasons. IMBA.SAS probably interested in talking how to fortify their scoreline. They technically have the opportunity to go up to 12-3. If they find Recca at that point in time right here, it shouldn't be too much of a hustle to actually make that possible. Because when you take a look at it, Recca's economy due to the maximum losing bonus allowed them to buy a good bunch of stuff. Once more on that double op setup, but either way, I don't 100% feel like that's going according to plan for Recca, and that they might fall short here on Mirage. And it comes down to a good bunch of things right now to this round, because the economy of IMBA.SAS isn't the best. If Recca picks now that one up, they have a good opportunity to stay actually quite alive in this first half and not give IMBA kind of advantage they want to. Talking about, though, Danking finds Rizzo. As the Opera is taken out of the game, it's making it very uncomfortable right now for Recca, as opportunities, all the winning opportunities are running away from them. And first of all, is enforcing no rotation on the side of Recca. They kind of fall for it yet. 5-4-6-6 tries to find a frag, but first of all, we don't see any major movement coming in now. That's a very interesting move, because they said, okay, haha guys, it's just a fake, don't worry. And that is exactly what IWAR is trying to do. He's trying to take on short because he fought XD. JK, we're pranking you on A, but in the end, it is the A side. IWAR needs to do a major job together with SYS. No one is jacking the corner, and IWAR finds himself one. It's getting a little tricky right now. SYS is in a hot position, and SYS is finding one. SYS can't connect onto any further, so down to only two. So Frost Misty has to clean out Chinese sides. He's doing that partially well, but not enough it is. Potato finding him. 9-3. And an economy looking okay. Not brilliant. Probably able to force yourself. Actually, ZZ and a good bunch of armor. But they were going through. They're pulling actually through this. Okay. Also an interesting move. But I mean, you're in round number 13. You don't have much more room to breathe. And that's a lot of pressure building up on you if you continuously lose round after round after round. And the IMBA.SAS site have done a quite good job so far. And the focus that is right now set of Recca towards the A site might be quite good. SYS as well as IWAR need to do the job. Now Eduardo is announced. They're probably going a little bit more cautious. No, total opposite. Full aggression is what they're trying to pull through, and that is logically Crossfire that partially works. Oh, if Potato wouldn't have picked up the double, that could have been way better, but in the end, Recca is down to 1 or 2 players. And those once more 2 versus 3 situation is just hella uncomfortable. They're still trying to pull this through. No guns to be saved. You want to deny the double digits onto IMBA.SAS. It is a considerable option, but on the other hand, so far the Chinese are delivering us a quite good game. And with that being said, to be on the scene right now will be a little bit tougher. SAS is 4 arms, and then they realize that round number 13 is taking themselves away. Rather rotate off. And as they do so, AK as well as M4A1 is saved. Number 10 is there for IMBA.SAS. And you know, we have the classic face it maps actually in this pool. Because it's starting off with Mirage right here, and up next is gonna be Cash. So a classic, I would say, a very, very big classic. And that's where added it. Recca once more on that very, very enforced spy as they're trying to do as much as possible with it. Major impact for the site of IMBA was definitely so far Danking, who's not leading the scoreboard, but either way was very good with finding entries and defending bomb sites. And very interesting to see about IMBA.SAS as well. Patience is one of their key kind of factors to in the end rule out which site to attack. The problem is though, IMBA has now at this point in time not established any control towards the B apartments. Asterisk knows, and when Asterisk knows, logical let the opponent know as well that this is not gonna be a B-site aggression. Nice try though. This is very well done in the end. Frost Misty might fight Danking, and he should be able to do so. Sees the barrel. And is able to do so. B-site. This is not enough time. 100% this is not enough time. Oh no, IMBA.SAS giving it away due to the seconds running out of the clock. And what a shame it is. That round was kind of given away. They could have just pulled through, and they should have realized on the clock that will not be enough time left. Shocking, it kinda is, but right now in round number 15, Danking starting off with an entry towards our wire. What I'm looking forward to, how good is IMBA.SAS actually able to find a good CT site? Because this is something I kinda doubt that will work. Talking about it, another frag coming in. The A site is losing itself up, and so their aggression towards any of the positions could already be working out quite fast. So they have lost themselves at least one in that situation, which is SPTDD. Nates now flying on the side of A. So it comes. XYG finding himself. SYS Misty. Yasser rotated over from short directly towards Connect, and Asterisk He's going to have a bit of an impact, finds himself one, but that's pretty much it for the moment. Frost Misty should not have the opportunity to retake this. And Dan King denies. Now it comes down to just that CT site working out in the end. As we see 4566 as well as XYG carrying around utility. It's a very interesting move for how XYGG uses it, because he realizes he's on his own. B site needs to then be fended with a model. First of all, though, the aggression coming in with IWAR finding one. That could be not the best execution. Somehow for connector one is coming from a sad situation of SSPD. Said he's not so well caught up. Not quite sure if you want to take that duel right now on that range. But Dan King, he finds it. It looked a little bit shaky in the beginning for IMBA.SAS, but then we're able to secure it either way. There, it should be pretty much a seal on that contract saying we won that one. Not too much of a problem, it should be. As they're taking their time to aggress somewhere, it's going to be a little bit silent around the map for the moment, and SAS, they got to keep their concentration up in such a round. It's not the most usual thing when you know that they're going to have some upgraded pistols and armor to then do a quite delayed aggression. What we're going to see it either way, too aggressive, and that is what I just meant. That is what you then get punished for, and that could now work out for Recca. Not so smart here from IMBA.SAS. Dan King has now a good bunch of information left. There it goes. Shaky it is. It's Potato. Can't find himself Asterisk, and the other one onto Frost Misty as well. That was far away from a good CT performance, and there you saw towards the end of the round when there was like the 60-second mark. It was IMBA.SAS considering, like, what is happening? Why are they not attacking us? Where's the aggression you usually see from such rounds? And then this happened. That was a kind of nearly too tight ending for IMBA.SAS. Recca right now, they don't have too much time left to stop the Chinese side of winning their own map pick Mirage. Next up will be the decision of 5466 and Co. to play Dash. Now you need to explain me 1 second how this happens. How did Glocks now take all of this over? It's shocking. And now it's only on to one man. My god, IMBA.SAS, what is going on with your CT defenses? It's astonishing how shaky they look. Waffling left, right, and center with just playing against standard issued Glocks. A few P250s were there and a Deagle as well, but that doesn't justify such a play. And so it's got to be 2 more for IMBA now. Whilst that one is a very crucial one. Danking. The ball pretty performs 100% right. Now it's disappointing from Potato to not actually deliver another frag there. Bomb though already moving on the sides. Yes, seen it. Another one to come and is able to connect as well. SYS is at least finding the offer. He's on free frags. But then the UMP from the side strikes. 15 to 4. Recca is not having the best spot in that situation. Though Super SYS, yeah, he found himself a few frags here, so the economic boost is on his side for the moment. But the rest of the team, Rousseau on a UMP. Not quite sure what Asterix is going to buy in. Yeah, Galileo as well. I wouldn't call that very satisfying. Can you read those Chinese names? No, I can't. I asked a girl who gave me the GoTV to please ask them to change their names to Romanized letters. They don't. And then she told me the guy with the star is called Potato, and that guy is called SPTDD. (15-4) in an unclear situation for IMBA.SAS. As now, that should give them a kind of idea. Rousseau catches a few bullets off Danking. Oh, this is not too good. Did he just get Rousseau? That was casually taking him out through the smoke. Didn't even realize what just happened there. So it's only now Asterix alive. (16-4). It's gonna be our first one for the moment, and that means Recca losing their own map pick is not the most comfortable of a situation, but we're coming back on cash in a second. My name is Secht. Taking a little break, and then we'll be back with our second map of our first best of 2.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code